What's going on, Marvel Legends fans? This is Solid Dave Snake, bringing you another review on the newly released Marvel Legends Infinite Series Avengers Build-A-Figure All-Father Wave. And in this review, we're going to take a look at another main member of the Avengers, and we'll be reviewing the Marvel's Hawkeye. And this is basically Hawkeye and how he looks in the Dark Avengers. And I am really happy with the way that this figure turned out. The colors really pop on him, and the details are nice for Hawkeye. He comes with perfect accessories for himself, and he also comes with the torso for the All-Father Build-A-Figure. So he comes with a main piece for the Build-A-Figure, but now we'll just jump right into the figure. And I'll give you a quick look of them all around here. And one noticeable thing on him, with his left arm, that is the same arm from the last year's Captain America wave. The same arm as the Winter Soldier. So they got a good use out of that. And it looks good on him. I love the colors throughout. The purple and dark blues really pop on this figure. This quiver on his back is removable. Give you a closer look at it. It's pretty much just that standard purple color with the fletchings of the arrows colored white. And of course there's the peg that plugs into that hole on his back. And it looks like he has a lot of arrows, which he should. So this is a real nice accessory. Well, really needed for Hawkeye. And then of course his other accessory is his bow, his compound bow, which fits real nice in between his finger here. That string fits in there perfectly. Right in between the index finger and the other one behind it. It just kind of fits real snugly in there. And of course it's not a actual string, which would have been nice, but hey, what do you expect? Give you a closer look at the bow. He of course holds the grip really nice too. In that opposite hand. And there is no paint detail on the bow, it's just a solid purple. Nice looking bow though, besides the paint. I wish there was a little variation through here. But does follow with his colors nicely. His head really turned out well, I think. Nothing too special about it. I do like this separate piece here. Has his kind of loincloth on down here at the bottom. One thing that bothers me in this series are these serial numbers on their leg. Really wish they'd just stick them on the bottom of the feet. I love how his boots turned out as well. You can see some nice wrinkled detail in there. Even in the stitching right here. His boots really turned out nice. On a lot of parts in the figure, there's not too much sculpted detail, although the muscles are nice in the legs and around the body area. But those boots, sculpt really pops out on them with that purple as well. You can see there's a lot of little etching in that sculpt. You can tell that's the same hand off the Winter Soldier too. Almost looks mechanical. Whereas right, you can tell he's wearing a glove. Although you can see right here at the shoulder, that that's just paint, that there's no sculpted detail there. The line where the sleeve ends is noticeably not sculpted on there, which, that kind of bothers me a little bit, but from afar you really can't tell. So I love how this figure turned out, and articulation-wise, he shines just like all Marvel Legends. His head is on a ball joint, which will rotate all the way around, and he can look about that far down and that far up. Kind of wants to snap back down at that point. But his shoulders are on a ball joint and hinge, which will go that far up and rotate all the way around. He's got a swivel at the biceps, double jointed elbows, and a swivel and hinge at the wrist, which will go that far down and that far up. So pretty well articulated, and he needs that hand articulation there with the bow. He has an ab crunch, although it's a little restricted from the whole outer garment, but it will go back and forward, but you can see how it kind of scrunches that piece up. So you're kind of limited there. And he does have a waist swivel, and he has ball joints and hinges at the hips, which will go that far out and kick all the way up. And pretty far back, but that loincloth gets in the way. He's got a swivel here at the upper thigh, but the muscles kind of mismatch whenever you do that. He has double jointed knees, and he has a swivel here at the boot, so that cut is hidden really nice. And then of course he has the hinge at the ankles, which you can also swivel and get the ankle pivot out of. And of course he's got peg holes at the bottom of his feet. So, awesome articulation, awesome Hawkeye figure. I'm happy to have this Hawkeye figure in the collection, and he will look great assembled with some of these other Avenger figures. So, alright guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. I will have Scarlet Witch from the Maidens of Might up next.